Hello.
Hey, I just got done getting stabbed.
Okay.
So, I need to get more probiotics.
Okay.
And they were happy with all the testing that they did. And like, oh, well, I didn't know that they were very thorough and stuff. And it was an infection out of my stomach. It was in my intestines. So they poked me with, so I should know about the blood work later on today. Blood results. So they said still kind of eat like more of a bland diet. Obviously finish the medicine, take probiotic 3 times a day for a month to really build that up. And then yeah, so that's where we're at.
Okay.
So I ahead and get some probiotics, and then I'll be coming back, and then I guess we can go to figures, eh?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. So how long
till next week. She thought I was going to be there next Friday. And I'm like, no, that's not how this is working. So I'm just going to do everything via video or phone or something. So, next weekend. I think so. Yeah. So, all right. Yep.
All right. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
I love this. Oh, thank you. Can I have a little more coffee?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You can buy that at Symbols, I believe.
I haven't been drinking out of a French press because there's like reports on cholesterol is higher because it doesn't filter out the oil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's why I stopped drinking out of a French press, but it's always good to have it every so often because it just tastes better.
I think so. There's all the more reason I should buy better coffee. I also buy Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks to me, I only drink Starbucks when I'm, and I have to. Otherwise, I'm drinking that. So, because I just
off to deal with the data.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, give me an update on Ken first.
She's good. She's coming
She is?
back now. So, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Ciao.
All right. See ya. Howdy. It looks like you are on. I have to figure out how to open this up. So that howdy.
Hey,
Can you see
I
me?
got a pic, but I'm looking at you, but I don't know how to operate this stuff.
But I mean, you can see you can see me talking and moving, and you can hear me.
Can't hear you.
You can't?
No,
Interesting.
it's your white T-shirt on, right?
Yep. Wonder why I can't.
I mean, the picture. This might be a pre-recorded something. I don't know.
I'm waving.
Go back. No, just looking at the. Waiting. Okay, yes. Now.
Okay.
I had the volume turned off.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me on the computer?
I see you waving. Okay, yes. Now. I had the volume turned off. Oh, that's like. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me on the computer?
Sounds like you can hear me. And the thing of it is I am not sure how to create this so that we can actually chat back and forth. So I still have to figure that out because I'm using new software. But anyway, the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to share some files real quick, and this will be what we will end up going through. And then when we're done, what you could do is you could maybe just give me a call, and if there's any questions about anything, that would be fine. Okay, let me close this out real quick. And then we can just discuss it over the phone. So let me just move this over to here. And my hope is that you should be able to see defining the why. So you should be able to see what it is that I'm presenting. If you can't, for whatever reason, you can give me a text or something just to let me know. You should be able to see. It's called Defining the Why, coaching session number 2. this was something I'm working with, not only you, but several others. And one of them is Ron Bingham. And Ron had sent me a kind of his list when I went through some, basically the same stuff that I've been going through with you and others, and just defining the why. And he sent me a list of items that they had compiled in their meeting. And with that, it was kind of interesting because a lot of it came back with, there were phrases. They weren't really words, they were phrases. And so when I reviewed his list, it became apparent to me that in defining the why, we were probably missing a little bit of something there. And so I wanted to circle back a little bit and just cover a couple of things. When we start looking at the why, and this is by far the hardest part of the whole thing, is really trying to define this. And when we did it, the why was more than what we offered. Like, he came up with a list of all of the things that the camp offered, which really wasn't the why. It was more the offerings of what the ministry does, the functionality of it. I put down, it's really the essence of why you get up in the morning and you work as hard as you do. We work hard, and we work hard in trying to fundraise, trying to find volunteers, keeping the doors open, all of that type of stuff. It's a lot of hard work, but it's why you do that. And it's got to be more than, well, it's a job and it's what I do and that kind of thing. There has to be some sort of connection. It's your buy-in, your chips. You put all your chips on the table. It's the thing that stirs you up on the inside when you talk about it. For me, when I start talking about every kid mattering, that every kid matters, and we believe that every kid matters to God, and therefore they matter to us, and we're going to fight for them. And I get passionate about it. And that's where this comes from. There's passion in the words that you speak. And I think more importantly, people can feel what you say. They don't just hear what you say. And when I was talking to him, to Ron, it was like, everything that you're saying makes sense, but you don't just need it to make sense. You need to make a really strong emotional connection with people. And people need to be able to feel you when you're speaking. Because if they're just hearing you, they're checking out. And so when we started to talk about that a little bit, this is how I broke it down. The why will equal passion. And so the passion has to exist behind the why. What it doesn't do is, the why is not functional. So it isn't the functionality of the programs or the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. The why is the actual passion. And so when we take it a step further, the why is the emotion. The why is not the logic. And we want to become really, really logical about what we do, when really we need to be emotional and we need to be passionate. That's where the why exists. So when you're putting together the list, by which, when we get done with this, I'm going to have just a little bit of homework for you. When you're putting this together, the passion and emotion have got to be involved in the why, not the functionality and not the logic, not the, well, this is what we do, and this is the logical side of what we do. Sure, it makes sense, but if we're going to really connect with people, we've got to hit the passion and we've got to hit the emotion. Those are two critical things. And it all comes back to this, you know, with the brain. This is logical, okay? The logical to, and it's logical on two fronts. It's logical for us to believe that people would want to hear a message or a story with all of the knowledge. That's logical to us because we think that's what people want. When in reality, this is where people are actually listening, and this is where people are paying attention. If you back it all up, that number two, when we boil that down to number two, that's passion and that's emotion. And that's where people are connecting at. So we need to make sure that when we're putting together our why, we're listing out words, we're putting these things together, that we're hitting hard on passion and emotion. And we're not talking about function, and we're not talking about logic. And so anyway, and then I just went back over this to kind of chat a little bit about just clarifying that thing, the real why behind everything. Here's what I would encourage you, and this was going to be a short call, and this was going to be a short little webinar, because the content is really this right here. You know, there's got to be passion, there's got to be emotion, not logic, not function. If you've worked your list already and you've started to develop some of those core words, what I would like to do is I'd like for you to drop it, just get it onto a document. If you don't have it on a document, that's fine. If it's handwritten, take a picture of it, but drop it into our Slack room, and so I can see what it is that you have and what it is that you're working on. And then I can better guide that list based upon what you already have possibly. And I can guide it to where it really needs to go, which is what I did with Ron, and it really helped. So you can drop that in there. If you have any revisions, drop them in on Slack, so that I can start taking a look at them. And yeah, that would be good. So I think that's pretty much all I've got. So you want to give me a call on, you can just give me a call on the phone, and we can chat a little bit about any questions that you've got. So that is it. Give me a call.